This is the tractor and mowers that was used to mow all the grass. So again, this is not our stuff, because that tractor alone is not cheap. But Stuart can fairly knock a good bit of grass down with these things. Got 150, 160 acres cut. At the moment, we usually try and fit about 140 of that in the pit. Give or take, obviously it depends very much on how the crop is. But yeah, then we'll Stuart and mow the rest, and we'll stack here with bales. See how many we get. That'll determine how much second cut we need as well, or if we can sort of start weaning stuff early, give the lambs a good chance on some aftermath. So we've got 3 pits we're filling at once. Ryan's doing these 2 in the middle, and then Graham's normally doing the one on the left here, but the loader is a little bit broken at the moment. So tractor's coming about, and they dump the silage all along the back here, and then Ryan's got the buck rake on the front, he pushes it in over the pit. So he's just tramping it just now, getting it nice and level in between loads. So this is what the chopper is chopping it, fine and short into nice wee bits. It's nice and green at the moment, and if you could smell this, oh my god, it smells so good. And then obviously it'll go into the pit and it'll start to ferment in the pit. So the silage is a lot stockier than what we would have liked, but just the way the weather's gone, we couldn't get on the ground sooner, and it went from nothing to 100. So yeah, but we'll get it analysed once it's been in the pits, and it's fermented for long enough, and we'll see what like it is. But at the end of the day, we didn't really have much choice with the weather. only downside to having all this big fast equipment in about to do your silage is, as you can see, the loads come in thick and fast. So the guys on the pit don't always get a chance to fill the pits and tramp them properly, just because they need to get that load shifted before the next one appears again. But it's good, we're getting it done, it's dry, blue skies, everything is holding together at the moment. So yeah, we'll keep filling and try and hold as much as we can. Pits are full, so Dad's on at the moment tramping it with the tractor, and then we'll get her covered tomorrow. I covered this one today, I was away doing the lambs, but they covered this one, so this one's fine handy, we can get this bales of straw on, and that gives it a lot of pressure, which is fine. This one is all tyres, so it's a very physical workout getting this whole pit covered. But I'll show you when we do it. So I've had a few comments recently from folks saying that there's been a lot of sheep, you know, saying I should change my name because it's all I show. Well, yeah, it is all I show, I'm afraid. It's that time of year where sheep are my main responsibility on the farm here. Sorry, you're going to have to bear with me, I've got a very sore throat today. Sheep are my main responsibility on the farm, so that's where obviously I'm going to be spending most of my time and most of my days. But that being said, it's also that time of year where it's busy sheep season for us, so as you've probably seen in several videos, we're sending lambs pretty much every week now. So that means going through the sheep. So in terms of cattle, I'll easily show you some, I'll go and take some video. But I mean, they're literally turning grass into meat. That is it. They're out in the field. Spring cows are back with the bull. Calves are growing. Autumn cows and calves are out the big hill. Then obviously in calf again. They'll be getting weaned next month. So there will be odd days where, you know, we're moving cattle about and whatnot, but it is very sheep focused at the moment. And then in the winter time, it's obviously more cattle focused when they're back inside and I'm feeding them and whatnot. So yeah, I apologise, there is a lot of sheep, but I'm just sharing what I do day to day, and this is what I'm doing day to day. Mix it up a wee bit, currently topping, so just in this field, let me spin you around. So yeah, currently topping this field, the odd thistles, odd patch of nettles, whatnot, and just some clumps of grass, long short stuff, so just giving it a tidy up. Yeah, other than that, I mean, there's really not much to share with, in terms of like with the cattle. Like I say, this is sort of the quieter spell for them because they're literally out in the field growing away. Yeah, I apologise, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but when we are doing other stuff I will share it, but it's literally just, this is my day to day. As you can see here, this is a cow still rearing twins. So in this batch we've got the last calved ones, some of the maybe less milky heifers, and any sets of twins that are still running as twins. They are in this field and they have access to a creep. This is the only field that we creep our spring calves in. And here are our wild ducks that also live in this field. So these are the younger ones that are just starting to change their feathers. Covering the other two pits. So the tyres on to go onto this one once we get the cover up. So that's the new cover on. And we'll fold the cover up from the front. Pass it up. The one that's out over the sleepers. So front cover is tucked up down the front there. and it gets folded up like so, and then there's a slight overlap here, and then it goes into the new cover, and then that new cover will go out the front next year. So just getting tyres. This will take a while. Pulling up this first cover. Getting there. Just got the other half to do next. Then Dad and I started rolling out the cover for the last pit. This is the new cover that will then go down the front next year. So roll it out from front to back, and then we'll open it out after we've got it to the back of the pit. So here is my dad and our cattleman Graham are stretching the cover out right to the sides to make sure that it's going to cover all the silage and we're not going to spoil anything. And right on cue, the wind decides to pick up. Classic, you'll know that if you've done this job, the wind always picks up as soon as you start the covers. I'm at the front here waiting for the old cover to get passed up to me. So Graham is just unfolding it and finding the corner. Then he'll pass me a corner and he'll pass Dad a corner. And of course Rox is here making sure we're doing the job right. Yeah, bottom one's tight. As the cover is folded in half when it's out over the front of the sleepers, that's why there's two different layers here. So we're just wanting to make sure that they're both pulled nice and tight, there's no air and there's no saggy cover anywhere. And then we'll place tyres on just to hold it in place. Probably have held slightly more in these pits than what we've got in, but that's just the way it goes. We also need bales anyway for feeding to the sheep outside and also to the spring cows that are outwintered on the hill, so we always have to do bales anyway. The loader can still fit in here, which means that we've rolled the cover back up, and this allows Graham to then take tyres up to us, saving us having to carry them from either end to place over the cover. So you can see here Dad and I are just placing the tyres on, and guaranteed it's been so wet and miserable. The tyres are full of water, they're heavy, they're wet, they're slimy, they've got stinking water in them, and sure enough when you throw them the water splashes back at you.
Oh, yeah, right there. Right. I know it was sticking out a bit. There's that divot. One there, I think.
It's like a workout in itself. And of course it gets windy when the covers come out. So we've got 60 acres down at the moment, cut. That's the first cut for the silage. The plan was to start baling first thing this morning, but of course when you always have a plan, and then the rain decided to come on heavy last night. So we're carting the bales back. Dad's in the tractor over there, and I'm obviously in this one. I can take 4 at a time, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And then we've got Charlie is on the baler. So we are finally getting baling underway, but I've just come back to the field after dropping a load, and I see that they've stopped. So I'm just gonna go up and see what the problem is. So probably still have to do some second cut, but it'll depend how many bales we get off of this 60 acres. At the moment, we're getting a lot. The wrappers at the farm there, wrapping it in plastic and then stacking them. Andrew's stacking them in the stack. So yeah, hopefully, I mean it's a wee bit stockier than we'd have liked, but we're chopping these bales. So these bales will probably end up over the mixer wagon. So we're chopping them just to make it slightly easier for mixing, a bit quicker. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, as expected, she was choked. So just hold it all back out. Green hands now, greasy. But we're away again. So yeah, we're going to be in this field for quite some time yet. So that's how much we've done, and that's how much we've still got to do. So our spikes fold up and fold down, both front and back. So same with the back ones, I'll just fold them down. So don't ask me what the law is, but I'm pretty sure there's a law somewhere saying that you can't have like open spikes on a main road. This road's obviously really busy. There's a lot of lorries on it. So obviously we don't want anything to happen. So we invested in these spikes probably longer ago than we think. Maybe like five plus years. It's just a local blacksmith makes them, and they're so handy, especially for second cut, you know, because some of the fields further down the road you've got to travel longer on the road, so it definitely makes it handier and safer as opposed to having to get out, put guards on and whatnot. So yeah, it's just so quick and simple. They just flip up and they're out the way, basically. Again, we've sort of caught up with Charlie, so it's just wait a few seconds, a few minutes, and then you get a load again and then back. Because we're carting such a short distance, we're obviously able to keep up with him. And that field over there will probably be the same again because it's quite a short distance. But we'll see how we get on. I think we're going to go up the hill next and stack up the hill, because obviously when we outwinter the cows they need silage up the hill. So I would think that's where we'll be heading next, to stack up there, and then it'll give us an idea of what we need to take up from the last field down here, if that makes sense. silage without a bit of rain now, would it? Got my little friend with me today as well. Classing this as a wee rest day for her. Very tired. Your rocks. Spinning tractor. Yep. Had 330 something bales off of, I think it was about 20-acre park. So yeah, a lot of bales. Well, we've got to that point in the day where I'm starting to question how much it would be to build another silage pit. Yeah, I don't like cart and bales, it's boring, it's bumpy, my back is in agony, it's expensive too. So, yeah. Considering building another silage pit. Is there any tractor that actually has a comfy seat? Like, the amount of times I've adjusted this seat today, I just cannot get comfortable. And then you go over a bump and the bloody back folds in on you. It's just a nightmare. But yeah, if there's any tractors out there that have a comfortable seat, let me know. Because my God, I am going to be in agony tomorrow. I'm in agony at the moment, but probably tomorrow too. I probably won't be able to get up. I don't know if it's just like a constant like bouncing since the parks are rough, if it's like walking them out, because then you can't pump up too high because then your feet like dangle off the pedals and then it makes it worse because you stop the bounce. Anyway, yeah, so that's how my day's going. It's now whatever time after 6 in the evening and we've still probably got about an hour to go. Yeah, I've been sat here since back at 7 this morning. It definitely feels good to stretch, but it's just got to that point now where it's just achy. It's bloody cold out there too. Anyway, we've caught up. We are very nearly finished. Thank goodness. Because I am ready for my tea and a large gin. And my little sidekick is ready to come out of the tractor as well. And Dylan. Sleepy eyes. I took her an old pillow today to lie on. Gotta keep her comfortable. Hey. Some grass. Snack. So this is the current situation. Few bouts left. But the bales are getting collected as soon as they drop out the back of the baler. So Dad's in that tractor. Charlie's obviously baling. And I'm in this tractor. I am potentially going up for my last load. Fingers crossed. So I think a bit like us all, the wrappers getting a bit fed up today. So we've got like three bales left to wrap, I think, and she's just been a wee bit temperamental. So, but it's been fine up until now, and yeah. So it's just a short video of it working, I'm afraid, because I've just waited to shut the gate, and then I'm going to head home and get out this uncomfortable tractor seat, get some food, and probably treat myself to a wee gin, because, well, it is Saturday night after all. But yeah, just a brief roundup of silage. If there's any questions, please pop them in the comments below. But yeah, any questions, pop them in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them. But like I say, machinery, not my thing. But I hope you enjoyed it, something a bit different. Thank you as always for watching, and we shall see you for the next one.